Today's video is sponsored by NordVPN, which is the only VPN to obtain a perfect score from PCMag, and is also what I use myself on a daily basis. For a limited time, you can get a huge 75% discount by going to nordvpn.com/censoredgaming or by checking out the link in the description. NordVPN keeps all of your internet data secure and will also allow you to surf the web as if you are located in different countries. This means that you can bypass any filters or regional restrictions, as well as ensure your data is always kept safe when browsing or using things like public Wi-Fi. NordVPN is also available for mobile, and your account comes with up to 6 simultaneous connections at once. Again, for a limited time, you can get all of this for only $2.99 a month. That's a huge 75% discount, plus you even get 1 month for free. Just check out the link in the description or go to nordvpn.com/censoredgaming and use the code censoredgaming at checkout to get started today. Like we recently reported, the latest game in the Tomb Raider series, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, had to have some changes to the Japanese version to tone down scenes of violence. The reason for this was that despite the game receiving the max Z rating in Japan, meaning 18 years and over, the Japanese rating system still has various rules about what you can and can't show in games. This isn't the only time the series has seen changes around the world though, and today we'll take a look at some of the different ways Tomb Raider has been changed in different countries. Shadow of the Tomb Raider isn't the first time that censorship has been made to the Japanese version. The game was published in Japan by Square Enix, and Square will normally notify Japanese gamers of any censorship related changes prior to a game's release over on their blog. They did this with Shadow of the Tomb Raider, but also Tomb Raider 2013, where they informed buyers that some human corpses as well as animal corpses of deer had to be toned down. The Japanese version of the Tomb Raider games have actually had a number of changes over the years though. For many years, all Tomb Raider games were made drastically easier for the Japanese market, with changes including enemies being made weaker, many packs healing much more health, and some traps being removed. There's never been any explanation for why this was, but it's possible that this was due to feeling that Japanese gamers may be less used to the 3D action games that were starting to become popular when Tomb Raider originally debuted. This reasoning has seen other 3D games from around this time, such as Spyro the Dragon, also being made much easier for the Japanese market, which is something Censored Gaming has previously made a video on. In fact, for the third game in the series, Tomb Raider 3, Japanese gamers received a very unique version of the game containing 2 discs rather than just 1. The first disc was the usual Japanese localization, with all of the difficulty changes to make the game easier. The second disc, however, was based around the version of the game released in the rest of the world, containing much harder difficulty. It's possible that the second disc wasn't very popular, however, as this approach wouldn't be repeated in any of the later games, which just contain the Japanese easy versions. There's also been some interesting differences in the Japanese titles. The first game, for instance, was called Tomb Raiders rather than Tomb Raider. This may have been a mistake, however, as none of the later games contain this discrepancy. The 6th game, Angel of Darkness, also had a curious naming change, with it being called Tomb Raider Tsukushi Tobosha, which translates into Tomb Raider the Beautiful Fugitive. As hinted by this, Tomb Raider was heavily marketed in Japan based on Laura's physical attractiveness, like in Western countries. Back to the series Censorship, the German versions of some games also had to have censorship changes made due to the stricter limits of the German USK rating system. As reported by the German website Schnittberichte, both Tomb Raider 3 and Tomb Raider the Angel of Darkness had to have edits to the game's bloodshed, and were rated ages 16+ and 12+ respectively. For Tomb Raider 3, all of the game's uses of blood, both for enemies as well as Laura herself, were changed to a purple colour rather than the usual red. For the Angel of Darkness, on the other hand, all blood was completely removed from the game. The Arabic localization of Rise of the Tomb Raider also had to have a censorship related change due to stances on religion in some of this region's countries. Multiple gamers have reported on various platforms that the dialogue in Rise of the Tomb Raider was heavily edited to remove the term prophet. This reportedly saw things like the voice acting cutting out in places and the term prophet being replaced by the term leader in the subtitles. Needless to say, lots of other countries' localizations of the Tomb Raider games have come with their own languages voice acting over the years. For instance, as well as the English and Arabic dubs, there have been dubs into Portuguese, Spanish, Russian, Polish, Italian, French, and more. And also, as we've already gone into the German and Japanese versions, here's a brief comparison of Laura's voice acting in these regions. First up is the English version.
Incredible. Some kind of marker. Can't quite make out the translation, but this word. Prophet.
And then the German.
Unglaublich. Das ist eine Art Markierung. Ich kann nicht alles davon übersetzen, aber dieses Wort. Prophet.
And then the Japanese release.
すごい。何かの場所を示してる。全部理解するのは難しそうだけど、でもこの言葉は預言者。
What do you think about these changes made to the Tomb Raider games in other countries? Please let us know your thoughts in the comments below and consider subscribing to the channel to see more videos on how video games and other media are changed around the world. Until next time, thank you for watching.